Okay, welcome back. So this video, I am going to cover the 2022 Casuals Only Tournament for Sunday. I believe it was August 7th. This would be week 1, game 1 of the Sunday games. If you recall in the last video, I had both Saturday and Sunday games available because we are a casuals only tournament, so we were keeping the tournament format pretty casual. And basically, if players could make one or the other, or actually neither of the games, there wouldn't be that steep of a penalty. And if people were available to play both Saturday and Sunday, then I would take the best score and use that moving forward. So, as you can see, there are a couple of players who did play Saturday's games, namely Walter White, who is the gracious host of the games, Father Xmas, Meerkat, who was Sean in the previous video, and myself. MP is usually busy on Saturdays, so this is his first appearance in this tournament. Vigor, this is his first appearance, and Toonsonator. The first game, like yesterday, is Rock'em Sock'em Ghol Riot. So let's jump into it. If for some reason you are not apprised of the structure or the rules of this tournament, I encourage you to look at the previous video, because that's where I sort of explain everything. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty short, pretty self-explanatory game, and regardless of your experience, you should be able to do somewhat okay if you can position yourself well. All of these units, of course, are the same, and so there is no real learning curve, I don't think, like what you would have when you're controlling multiple types of units. And let me get some of this stuff up here. Alright. Yeah, I think the first time I did this, I just auto-camera'd because there wasn't enough action at the flag. It seems like this might be another one of those situations where we have a bunch of campers.
Flag captured.
Overdose is really the only player with any integrity because he's actually making his way to the flag. Even though he just kind of blew himself up right there. Now, one thing you might not know is that MP was running his mouth a bit, and that kind of prompted me to sacrifice 2 of my units just to blow up one of his. So you might, as you watched that exchange earlier on, you might have been thinking, wow, this guy's really bad. And you'd probably be correct. I am pretty bad, but there is some underlying information that you might not have known. So, when MP runs his mouth, all I want to do is just kill that guy. So that's what happened.
Flag contested. Flag captured.
I think we could zoom in a little bit, maybe. Oh, you have to turn this off, zoom in, then turn it back on again. Okay, there we go.
Flag captured.
I think some of these players are losing track of exactly what their goals are picking up. One of the sort of I guess, sort of basic tricks that you can do is you can custom name your goals based off what object they have. For example, you know, if one of the goals is carrying a pus, you can name him
Player
P.
eliminated.
You know, just
Flag
hit N
captured.
and then P, and then you'll know that that goal is carrying a pus. Or you can name
30
one
seconds
B
remaining.
for bottle or whatever, and that might help you keep track of who's carrying what. Unfortunately, Meerkat is not going to be winning this game, as he lost all of his goals.
Flag contested.
Vigor and Toonsonator both with
Sudden
100%. Perhaps indicative of some camping. But yeah, I think I'm going to turn off the auto camera now and just focus on this flag. There's plenty
Flag
of
captured.
explosions that are going to happen. We have about
Flag
20
contested.
goals. And, oh, somebody's going to blow up. Yep, big explosion there. Yeah, now we probably have around 12 goals or so. Controlled by 6 different teams. 6 different players, rather. If you recall, in Saturday's game, Father Xmas had 100% going into sudden death. He now has 40%, so perhaps he's a marked man.
Flag contested.
Overdose going after Vigor, it
Flag
appears.
captured.
Toonsonator
Flag
pussing,
contested.
or going
Player
after Walter
eliminated.
White, maybe. I mean, Toonsonator has the 5-on-2 advantage.
Flag captured. Flag contested.
Overdose is able to sneak a tag. He can actually, you know, get a life if he just walks
Flag
off and lets
contested.
Toonsonator win. Instead, he's opting to throw some cleavers. Oh, what a devastating pus from Father Xmas. Pretty much annihilating 4 out of 5 of Toonsonator's units, and Walter White comes in to finish the job. All of a sudden, Toonsonator is gone. And now it is
Player eliminated.
MP goes down. Now it's Walter White with the advantage.
Flag captured. Flag contested.
Again, it's probably in Overdose's best interest to just walk off the flag and take a second place, because second place does gain a life. Instead, he's opting to throw some cleavers. Nice dodge by Walter White.
Flag captured. Player eliminated.
And this
Flag
is it right
contested.
here, 1-on-1.
Player
I should have.
eliminated.
Sorry, I didn't control, or I didn't caps lock. I should have caps locked to show everybody's health, but I'll do that in the next game. So we see Walter White. He's gonna get 2 points for winning, plus 1 point for getting the highest damage. Overdose is gonna get 1 point, and everyone else is going to get nothing. Father Xmas, last place, but at double-digit damage. Solid effort on his part with 6 kills, but that doesn't get him any extra lives.
Game over.
He was probably 2 hits away from dying. Yep, and so with that, Walter White who's going to choose the next game, and this is Flag Rally on Venice. We have Team Vigor with Meerkat, Team Walter White with Empy, Team Father Xmas with Toonsinator, and Team Overdose with Wings. I am going to watch myself because I am by far the most interesting of these players, but I might turn on the auto camera as things progress.
Game on.
I think this is one of those flag rally games where archers are actually pretty good, because if you perch them on one of these hills, or something like that, some hills here, I mean, they can get some really significant range and take out guys like mortars and warlocks and that sort of thing. Typically in flag rally, you do want to emphasize the melee units, but I think flag rally on Venice is an exception. Even though I wouldn't max bowmen. So I think the strategy right now is for Wings to go and defend flag 1, and for Overdose to guard flag 2. We will see where the first engagement occurs. I don't really see anything in the overhead map that would indicate any pending conflict. Perhaps here, or here maybe. Yeah, maybe it's time to do the auto camera. I think MP is going to get the first damage of the game with that arrow.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
Yeah, Toonsinator is World War IIing with his Dwarven Mortar. That's ill-advised. I think the better course of action would be to engage his archers with his own archers. We have Vigor going after Overdose, it appears. Yeah, I think Toonsinator's making the smart decision. He's going archers for archers. And we have an Overdose Fireball wiping out a lot of Vigor's archers.
Flag captured.
It looks like Overdose might have the advantage against Vigor and the purple team. Toonsinator and MP seem to be fighting to a stalemate. I don't see any dead bodies anywhere.
Flag captured.
Overdose is going to wipe out those last two bowmen. MP says that he's scared a bit. He should be, because Toonsinator is really boxing him in, and we have Wings coming in from the where he's going south, but he could potentially surround
Flag
MP's
captured.
units. That was a nice block right there from Toonsinator, wisely using the Dwarven mortar shot to explode the fireball. Now Toonsinator crossing the river. This is going to be risky. He thinks better of it and backs off. Overdose going after these Thrall, it appears. And this Toonsinator and MP still at a standoff. I wonder if these guys are going to spend all game going after each other. We also have Father Xmas now trying to box in MP. So Overdose is going to get Vigor's Warlock, it looks like. And so all the combat's really going down in the southwest. I think Team Walter White is really up against it. He's facing, Toonsinator and Father Xmas, or MP's facing Toonsinator and Father Xmas in the west, and Overdose is attacking Walter White in the south. And looks like Toonsinator and Father Xmas are going to
5
get
minutes
MP.
remaining.
That's a bad looking fireball right there. Oof. That's gotta hurt. Nice shot from MP.
Flag captured.
Hey, watch it!
Flag captured.
We have Wings making a push for flag number 6. No, yeah, 6. 4. Flag 4, rather. Looks like there's not much Meerkat can do. So he kind of just makes a Custer's last stand and goes for the kills, try and take as many of them with him as possible.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
So right now, Team Tax Evaders, Team Overdose and Wings have a commanding lead. However, I think Team Father Xmas does have easier access to their missing flags. Wings has some bowmen and a warlock who are, quite slow. With about 2 minutes left, I'm not sure that they can get across the map in time. Nice block from Toonsee's Ghol. Those archers surely would have been destroyed. Overdose saying we need that flag.
Flag captured. One minute remaining. Flag captured.
Yeah, and his Wings' warriors are just standing there, not contesting the flag or making any kind of effort.
30 seconds remaining. Flag captured. Victory imminent.
And Team Father Xmas is going to swipe a flag.
Flag captured.
Overdose is a bit irritated because if they were able to get that flag, then they would have won that game. Perhaps Wings had a lapse in awareness. He had some warriors who were just standing outside the periphery of the flag rather than rushing in and trying to kill those thrall. And had those thrall died, then Team Overdose could have made the tag, gotten victory imminent, and would have won that game. But it wasn't meant to be. Instead, good performance from Father Xmas and Toonsenator. I think they did a really good job sort of enveloping MP's flag defense, even though MP did get in a nice fireball which killed a whole bunch of archers and I think a Dwarven mortar. The fact that they sort of surrounded him and then moved in, those are the kinds of things you need to do in these free-for-all games. So it was well played by them, and we'll see what else they have in store for us. Alright, and so this is a Steal the Bacon game on Gyre. I think it's the exact same. Oh, Glassjaw has joined the game, so now we have 9 players. Overdose opting to give Meerkat the Soulless, and I think some spiders maybe? Yeah.
Game on.
And some Zerks. Stay back, he says. And I think I will auto camera this.
Ball. captured. Ball contested. Ball captured. Ball contested. Ball contested.
We see Glassjaw and Father Xmas. The two teams are first to make it uphill, and they appear to be going to war here. Or Father Xmas actually
Ball
deciding
captured.
to back off, maybe. Vigor opting to go heavy with the mauls. You know, mauls are some pretty solid units because they can absorb a huge amount of damage. However, they will get blown apart by fetch. In a game like Steal the Bacon, where the ball is most likely going to end up in either water or some kind of impassable terrain, Maul's value, I think, are diminished somewhat. And I think they're better suited for a game like King of the Hill or Last Man on the Hill, if the fetch can be killed early on. If all enemy fetch can be killed early on, then now Mauls become quite valuable. Again, it's Father Xmas and Glassjaw. Team Glassjaw going at it. Team Glassjaw is going to lose a fetch. And now Vigor is making his move. He's got the yellow team boxed in. And it looks like Glassjaw might be getting surrounded here. Team Walter White, or Walter White is playing by himself, but all the exits are sealed, and I think Glassjaw is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Meanwhile, Overdose running away with the ball. Somehow, despite being surrounded by 3 teams, Glassjaw looks like he's going to make it out of here. Now Empy's going to get on the fun, though. He's going to get a nice shot, a couple of shots on Toonsinator's heron. Okay, well, unfortunately for Team Glassjaw, they were pretty much surrounded by everybody, and they were unable to evade the fetch of Empy and Vigor. Empy rushing the Soulless with his spiders. Father Xmas is engaging Overdose and Meerkat. Meerkat with a nice volley, killing one of the fetch rather. And Overdose's fetch is going to go down, as is Father Xmas's fetch, and now this is just turning into a slugfest. Overdose saying run away, full evacuate. I don't think he's going to make it. Meerkat's not going to be able to make it to that rock.
Ball lost. Ball captured. Ball contested.
And even if
Ball
Meerkat were to get to that little hill, MP's fetch were right there, so I don't think there was much he could have done. Overdose still has a clutch of Heron guards. MP has 84%, surprisingly. But his fetch are getting blasted.
Ball captured. 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the auto camera. I'm just gonna keep it on here. Yeah, we have several different battles going on. We have Vigor and MP going at it up north, or at the top of the screen rather. I think all the fetch at this point have been killed. So this is where, oh actually no, we have Walter White
remaining.
with 98%. I'm sorry, I just can't hold my rage here. I mean, this is just absolutely disgusting. This is an absolute hollow victory from Walter White. 98%. Zero integrity.
Set. Game over.
Yeah, that's absolutely filthy. I think, I think Father Xmas's team actually deserved to win that. They were very aggressive. They were, they had good positioning the entire game. They made some moves. They lost their fetch to my fetch, but I think they played the game right. Walter White, with 98% of his army, absolutely filthy, and I don't think he really has any sort of justification for the way he played that game. He should be completely ashamed of himself. Meanwhile, MP, who got last place, had 92 damage. So, I think he got some really great fetch shots. I think he blew up Glassjaw's team. He blew up Vigor's, his army, and so good job from MP. Alright, let's just jump right into game number 4 here. Smells Like Death in Here, Flag Rally. So this is a game, even though it is sort of an inside map, it's deceptively large because there are a lot of walls and sort of twists and turns that you have to navigate. So for example, getting from where I am in the southeast corner to the northeast corner, it will literally take like 5 or 6 minutes, I would say, just because there's so many twists and turns, and that's not even talking about the enemies that you'll encounter along the way. So I mean, this is going to be a slugfest. Joining us is Bridgestone Tired, and I think that is it. So we should have 10 players. Yes, we have 10
Game
players.
On.
And I think, like last game, I'm just going to turn on the auto camera and see what happens. I do remember one player had a particularly nasty accident, and so actually I think I'm just gonna keep it on here for a while. Keep in mind, Meerkat is a new player. His first multiplayer games were yesterday. He doesn't know the unit trades, and he's really just, he might even not even be that experienced in single player games. So unfortunately, I don't know what Father Xmas is doing with this Ring of Fire, but Meerkat needs to get going or else he's going to get blasted. Which is exactly what happens. Yeah, he needs to get going or else... Okay, well... That's the end of Meerkat, pretty much. You can see that Glassjaw and Father Xmas clearly know what they're doing. They clearly knew that Meerkat is a newer player, but they showed absolutely no mercy. And, you know, it's just a dog-eat-dog world, I guess, from their point of view. And, you know, had I been in Glassjaw and Father Xmas's
Flag
shoes,
captured.
I probably would have been more merciful and a little more classy. But French people and glass people are not known for being classy.
Player eliminated.
Father Xmas with a nice shot. Helping out his teammate there. It's MP Phil making a move, it looks like. One of the things I'm seeing is there's a lot of multiple types of units walking down these narrow corridors, which is ill-advised because inevitably something's going to explode. And you know, even though you are walking down a tight space, it's important to not like mix your units, because it's not going to end well. Nice dwarf shot by somebody. The auto camera's not showing me who. Looked like maybe Toonsinator
Flag
blowing up
captured.
some of Walter White's goals. Father Xmas in hot pursuit of wings, I think. And we see Bridgestone tired with a height advantage, able to rain down some arrows and dwarven bottles on, I believe, Vigor.
Flag
Meanwhile,
captured.
Toonsinator is making a push for flag 6, and he's going to get it.
Flag
Bridgestone's
captured.
archers are going to get wiped out. And perhaps his dwarves as well. And all of Bridgestone's artillery gets wiped out. Father Xmas is
Flag
raining
captured.
down arrows on
Flag
flag number 8,
captured.
allowing glass to make the tag.
Flag captured.
Vigor, I think, is going to make a move on Overdose. Flag number 4. Haven't heard much
Flag
from Overdose.
captured.
His units are still sort of trying to get out of the maze. That is the southeast
Flag
corner.
captured. Flag captured.
Overdose needs to kill that dwarf. And he is able to get it.
Flag captured.
Step aside.
Flag captured. 5 minutes remaining.
So
Flag captured.
unlike Venice, where I think some of those hills really work for the archer's advantage.
Flag captured.
In a flag rally game, having archers on this map might not be the best decision. You saw a player like Bridgestone who
Flag
sort of
captured.
did use those elevated platforms to rain down some arrows, but at the same time, if a warlock gets in position, those archers can't back up, and they could only move side to side, and they're going to get blasted by a fireball. And it's really easy to lose. It's really easy to lose a lot of archers with one fireball on this kind of map, and so I think
Flag captured.
in retrospect, using more than 4 archers or so, and not stacking mauls and warriors and other melee units is a mistake.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured.
Looks like
Flag captured.
maybe it was Vigor. He's going to kill Overdose's southwestern force. Overdose still only has 1 flag. Yeah, I think one good lesson
Flag
that can be
captured.
learned from this game is that
Victory imminent.
Archer's probably not the best choice, and I would instead much prefer to have more melee units to tag some flags.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining. Flag captured.
Maul is just gonna wipe out all those
30
bowmen.
seconds remaining. Flag captured.
And Glassjaw gets that final tag. So perhaps in a bit of poetic justice fashion, Glassjaw and Father Xmas are able to take this victory after they fell a bit short against Walter White and his camping tactics in the prior game. Meerkat with that nasty explosion, unfortunately, but that's how you learn in this game. Drop your satchels and don't walk all of your explosive units down narrow hallways. I think that's the major lesson to be learned.
Flag captured. Game over.
Sweet.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry. Going to game 5 now. And so this is game 5. This will be the last free-for-all game for Sunday week 1. We have 9 players. And this is, again, Assassin on Demise on the plains. The Assassin target is this Scarecrow. One thing to always remember is that a heal will kill the Assassin target. And the Assassin target is also somewhat susceptible to fire arrows.
Game on.
Unfortunately, MP is all by himself. It's going to be a pretty tough game to play single-handedly. Meerkat also, as the newest player, is in probably the worst position. So hopefully he can lead Bridgestone to do some damage. We see Father Xmas going for Team Overdose, while Overdose and his Heron guards are attacking Team Meerkat. The thing to note about this game is that since there are really only 5 players, if you get 2 kills, that pretty much guarantees you a victory, because mathematically, the other opponent, the most they can get is 2 kills. And if you get 2 kills first, then you're going to be pretty good. Yeah, we see Toonsonator with the wall formation. Overdose said do circle formation. Not sure if it's going to be... It's not going to do anything because
eliminated.
Overdose's Heron guards were
eliminated.
out of position. MP doing all he can to defend his unit, his assassin target.
Player eliminated.
MP's gonna die. So as you can see, Walter White with 2 kills is guaranteed a victory. So there isn't much of a point in playing the rest of this game. But we'll see if Father Xmas can get Walter White and Vigor's Scarecrow. Yeah, I'll go auto camera on this. I think there's not much. Well, actually, no. There's not much to look at. Vigor chases down that heron guard. That's going to be pretty important. I guess he doesn't have a heal for that one. Oh, that's going to hurt. Now all of a sudden Vigor is in retreat mode, and he's the one getting annihilated. Actually, that heron guard should have healed the one that was really red, although I don't think it really matters at this point. Now with about 2 minutes left, Father Xmas really needs to hustle. He needs to get going here. Somehow this Juan, the target dummy, survives getting burnt. So good for Juan. It'll be interesting to see if Father Xmas can close out this game within a minute. But again, even if Glassjaw and Father Xmas kill this target, Walter White will have killed 2 targets first, and I think that means that they win no matter what. Father Xmas with some spacebar dodging, no doubt, from his World War II practice. He will have to get this dwarf if he wants to get anywhere, but instead Walter White lands a beautiful shot, and I don't think there's much Father Xmas can do versus that army. Definitely not anymore.
Move over. Stand clear.
Game over.
And Walter White and Vigor, they're gonna take this game.
All right. Move over.
Alright, let's move on to game number 6. These are the 2-team games. Now this is Stampede on Colossal Wreck. In one corner we have Team Tight Sight with Wings, Meerkat, Toonsinator, and Walter White going up against Team Glassjaw with Father Xmas, MP Overdose, and Bridgestone Tired. So this is Stampede. One thing to note is that the Giants are the Stampede unit. As you will see, Team Wings believed that the Stampede unit were these deer, which was not the case. One thing to note is that these deer are the same deer from the Limbs Gun Smoking Craters map, or whatever it's called, aka the explosive deers. So they're pretty good for scouting and inflicting some damage to these lesser units. These are bowman heroes, so it's going to be really tough, even for these trow, to get any momentum going. One pretty good strategy would be to just put 5 or maybe 6 of these bowman heroes on each of these flags, and that's a pretty stout defense, even though Glassjaw traded down and opted to get more trow, which is never really a bad thing either. But I think this is the only map that I can think of where maxing bowman heroes is actually better than maxing trow, even though you could of course max both bowman heroes and trow. But just the bowman heroes do so much damage. I think it's important to max them, which I think is what Team Wings did. Again, they went with tons of artillery units. They got 6 warlocks, I think max bowman heroes, and just a handful of zerks, whereas Team Glassjaw got way more zerks and only 2 warlocks. And keep in mind also that these Mercurian Giants do not throw whatever it is that they throw, the skulls, peanuts, bombs, whatever you want to call it. They do not do that. They are just melee only, and they are the Stampede units and not the deer.
Game on.
Yeah, we got some Mahir as well, very good for scouting. I'm not even sure Glassjaw knows that the Giant is the Stampede unit. Actually, should we auto camera it? No, I can do this. Yeah, so this looks like the area of the first engagement. We have some trow. It looks like Glassjaw's team is just going right up the middle. Now they could actually sandwich. They could sandwich the purple team, Team Wings. Toonsinator using whatever it is he's using. I think MP should be getting his units to the goal. And he is going to get some points for his team. Again, I don't think Team Wings is aware that the Giants are the Stampede unit. So Overdose is bringing his units to the Ghol. And it looks like Father Xmas is the only one who hasn't gotten his. I believe there are 18 giants on each team, or for each team, and so Father Xmas has 6. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. An overdose is probably going to get ganged up on. But he does have all these other trow on the run for some reason. He's going to work, probably double outnumbered, but he was able to do quite a few damage to those trow, out meleeing Walter White more than 2 to 1. Again, I don't think the purple team is aware that the Mercridian giants are the targets. Yeah, they're moving the deer as if they were the Stampede target, which is not the case. We have Father Xmas running into more, the side with more enemies. He could have run over here relatively easily. It's not really known why Father Xmas did that, but he will get his last 2 into the Ghol area. And Team Wings is about to be disappointed that these are not, in fact, the Stampede unit. And that leads to a giant explosion. Team Purple is just learning that the Giants are the Stampede unit. Wings and Walter White have played plenty of Myth to know that the Stampede unit is always boxed, has an orange box around it. So the fact that they didn't check to see what the Stampede unit actually was, that's on them as far as I'm concerned. So at this point, I think Team Glassjaw, they only have a few deer. They don't really have any other functional units. So the purple team should really just be walking their giants to the flag right now.
Five minutes remaining.
Now, I think these four could kill this giant, but it is able to disappear.
Team eliminated.
And that'll do it. So you can see MP with 380 damage. I don't see where he got that damage. Maybe he killed a bunch of trow. But he was able to get his 6 Mercurian giants into the goal to kick off the scoring for Team Glassjaw. So he really did carry the team in a sense. Father Xmas, he had a pretty decent game, even though he did kind of suicide a couple of his Mercurian giants. Team Glassjaw could have gotten 18, but instead they got 17. And just unfortunately an overall low awareness from Team Wings, unable to identify which units were the Stampede unit. Again, it's sort of basic myth knowledge that the Stampede unit has an orange box around it. So keep that in mind for future games.
Game over.
Alright, game number 7. Again, this is a flag rally game. And I think we have the first appearance of Spy in this tournament to make it 5-on-5. Again, we were just talking about this earlier. I think having archers, bowmen, in this game is really one of the only exceptions
Game on.
for a flag rally game of this. Sorry, it's getting a bit late here. This is one of the only maps, flag rally on Venice, where getting a huge amount of bowmen is a pretty good idea, just because of the, for example, this massive
Flag
hill
captured.
that they can just stand on. They could simultaneously guard flag number 4 while trying to pick off any Dwarven mortars
Flag
or warlocks
captured.
or whatever coming their way. Wings is saying he'll defend this flag south.
captured.
Overdose is telling Glass to go on offense counterclockwise. And I think
Flag
Overdose
captured.
with Thrall and some archers is going to perch up on flag number 5. Yep, so Wings is putting himself in some good position. He needs to get, or who's purple? Spy. Spy might actually be AFK. He tends to do that a lot. He needs to get these artillery units up on this hill. And from the other team, we have Walter White and Father Xmas. Already losing a warlock. That's not a good sign. That was an excellent puss from Wings.
Flag captured.
And I think
Flag
Overdose just
captured.
took Spy's units because Spy went AFK or something. So it looks like Glassjaw and Empy have pretty much identical unit sets. It'll be interesting when they finally meet up. But until then, all of the action's going to be on this hill-to-hill combat. You know, right now, Wings is outnumbered 8 bowmen to 4. However, there are
Flag captured.
3 artillery units willing to back up any advances that Father
Flag
Xmas or Walter
captured.
White makes. Overdose is saying, bridge, let's go around. So I think Overdose is going to try and come around this way. Not sure what he's doing with these archers. The archers probably should just give them to Wings, and which will help him better defend this flag. Father Xmas and Walter White should really be pushing this action because they have a numbers advantage. This Meerkat Dwarven Mortar, I don't know if Wings sees it. Okay, perhaps he does.
Flag captured.
But I think Walter White and Father Xmas should absolutely be more or less rushing this group right here, while Bridgestone and Overdose really go around, go for flag number 3. Overdose perhaps checking for any whites. And Walter White is backing off. And Father Xmas is advancing. I'm not sure what Wings is doing. I don't know if he sees these this Dwarven Mortar. Wings' Dwarven Mortar is dead, unfortunately. But they still have that huge hill advantage. Meanwhile, Overdose and Bridgestone are taking it to these melee units. Nice shot from Bridgestone's Dwarven Mortar. Taking out, I think, 3 out of 4 of Walter White's archers. Bridgestone's Ghol could have killed this guy, but instead he turned around and almost got him killed. We see, it looks as though MP might have beaten Glassjaw in that engagement. Unlucky dud there. Nice puss from Glassjaw.
Flag captured.
Overdose giving Wings those extra archers. And Bridgestone and Overdose are able to take flag number 3, wiping out Walter White. And Father Xmas has basically all his units on here not really serving the game type. I don't think there's any way he can take out these 8 bowmen on this hill again, which is why going heavy on archers on Flag Rally Venice is sort of the lone exception when it comes to archers and Flag Rally. Nice shot there from Wings with the fire arrow. Bridgestone tired, doing some damage to these Thrall. Going to tag flag number 2. Spy, I think, is perhaps back because he all of a sudden has units.
Flag captured. 5 minutes remaining.
And yeah, there's not much Father Xmas can do against 8 of these archers. but he's still trying to make it happen. Overdose is perhaps going to try and take out this MP soldier, but MP wisely has his soldier in guard mode, so that's not going to happen. Nice shot there from Bridgestone. And that's a reckless shot, but it ended up
imminent.
Working out for him.
Captured.
And it looks like Overdose was able to get the tag with some help from Wings. So yeah, that was an interesting game.
Game over.
Alright, this next one is Chalk Hills Redux Territories. We have Team Glassjaw with Father Xmas, Overdose, Bridgestone Tired, Meerkat, and Newcastle against Spy, MP, Toonsinator, Wings, and Walter White. So this map is sort of bisected by these sort of what you would call it, sort of raised path, something like that, which means that there are limited access points for this main path, and so if you were to send your armies north and south, and there was a big fight in the middle or something, you would have to get on this path here or here and make your way all the way to the middle. It's kind of a inconvenient road, but again, I think this was a Father Xmas pick, and that's why he's usually banned from choosing game types. I think I'm just going to fast forward this, and then I'll turn on the auto camera once the game starts. We also have a new appearance from Newcastle, so we're up to 11 players.
Game on.
A relatively even distribution from Team Spy. On the contrary, Team Glassjaw has pretty uneven trade. Newcastle with 24%. I don't even know who Newcastle is. Father Xmas with 24%. Glassjaw, the captain, with 9%. Meerkat with 8%. So there's a bit of a overweight, underweight kind of deal. We see that there was a bit of an accident at our flag.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag captured.
I think most of the action is going to be in the middle. Yeah, so I think most of the action is going to be in the middle. If it's not, then I'll turn on the auto camera.
Flag captured.
But we see some Myrmidons coming in from the side.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
Unfortunately for Overdose, if he wants to get on this path, he's going to have to go all the way down here. The other alternative is to just back up this area
Flag
and
captured.
support Bridgestone's archers. But I think Bridgestone should be retreating because it's sort of an uphill battle. And he's got 2 locks to deal with, 3 locks to deal with. Nice shot from Glassjaw. Father Xmas is going for the pinch. Nice shot there by Father Xmas.
Flag lost. Flag captured.
Now I think this pink team could really just rush Father Xmas. And it looks like he doesn't have that much melee support. Yeah, I mean, these mauls could actually just be getting in there and wiping out this whole group of units. Who is this? MP and Toonsinator. I guess they didn't see it. Now, Father Xmas and Bridgestone Tired are going to work. But it looks like Walter White is going to rush Bridgestone Tired's archers, and they're probably going to kill them all. Perhaps a accident there. And wow, this is a very solid counter-attack from the pink team. Spy and Toonsinator, they're getting their mauls on the same page, chasing away Father Xmas, even though they are doing some damage to those mauls. And Walter White's Myrmidons chasing down Bridgestone Tired's artillery units. So this was a very nice counterattack.
Flag captured.
Overdose stuck
Flag lost.
in the corner, trying to get to this, use this main channel to, but it could be too little, too late. Nice shot there by Newcastle. And these mauls, I think, are gonna catch up to these Myrmidons.
Flag captured.
Yeah, I think one of the major errors came from Overdose deciding to go south. This is the only sort of access point, and during this middle engagement,
5 minutes remaining.
he could have perhaps helped out
Flag captured.
this group of guys.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag lost. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag lost. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag contested.
I think these are the last units.
Flag
There's a couple of
lost.
guys here, but
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag lost.
yeah, Father Xmas should
Flag
really just be
captured.
ending this.
Team eliminated.
And that does it.
Game
So yeah, I think Spy's team orchestrated a very nice counterattack. I think Glassjaw really had the opportunity to close it out, but just some desperation tactics from Spy resulted in them escaping with a win. Now let's go to game number 9. Another flag rally game. This time it is Father Xmas, Overdose Wings, Glassjaw, Bridgestone Tire, and Walter White against Team Newcastle with MP Spy, Meerkat, YOLO, and Toonsonator. I believe YOLO is making his tournament debut in this game. I think I'll just fast forward the planning time a bit. Alright, we got about 30 seconds, so I'm just going to quickly go through the dispersions. We have Overdose with some Zerks and a Mortar, Walter White with the Trow, Father Xmas with Spiders, Glassjaw with some Zerks and some Bridgestone with some Souls, and Wings with a Mortar and some Zerks. For Team Newcastle, it appears as though Newcastle is going to Trow, and it's hard to tell who has what. Spy has 2 warlocks. YOLO's got some Zerks. And MP with some Zerks. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be... It looks like perhaps Newcastle gave somebody the trow, and maybe someone gave the trow back to him, and he's just taking them at this point. Not really sure what happened there. So this is a very sort of dark colored map. I would say a dark and moody map, reflective of the creator of the map, Mr. Kryptos, who happens to be a sort of dark and moody individual at times. So I think this might be one of those maps where
Flag captured.
you know, art
Flag
imitates life,
captured.
so to speak.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
Everyone is still sort of spreading around. I don't have eyes on the other trow. Oh, the 3 trow for Team Newcastle are up at flag number 2. Walter White is exerting some pressure on this group of units, trying to box them in. And here come Newcastle's trow.
Flag captured.
Overdose
Flag
moving in,
captured.
trying to sneak some flags. I believe this is the 3rd flag rally game that's being played. The 2-team flag rally. And Glassjaw is going to get himself pinched against this. Yeah, he's going to get annihilated. Yeah,
Flag
he sort of
captured.
trapped himself against this hill right here, so yeah, that was pretty much that for him. Yeah, I think this middle area is where it's going to go down. We see Overdose making some tags. Now Bridgestone needs to get throwing at these trow.
Get out of the way.
Glassjaw with a nice shot.
Flag
Walter
captured.
White going to work on Newcastle's trow. Bridgestone needs to be throwing at this one
Flag
instead of that one. But still a really good... Everyone played their role in that exchange.
Flag captured.
Here comes Overdose from behind. Blowing up all those spiders. I think Walter White and Wings can really take out these mauls. Nice throw from Bridgestone Tired to stone this trow. Bridgestone with some AFK spiders, maybe. And at this point, I think Father Xmas's team really just has to get this flag and this flag. This flag quite well defended, so it'll be kind of a challenge. There's no real pressure. Team, or who is this? YOLO, he's running away with his Zerks. I don't think they could have done much to this flag.
Flag captured.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough uphill fight for any warlocks who are trying to walk up this hill. So Overdose wisely rotating to this other side, probably going to cross this way. But he should probably grab this flag first to get victory imminent.
Five minutes remaining. Flag captured. Victory imminent.
For some reason, they left flag number 2. Now Overdose just has to rush in, kill these 2 Zerks to seal the win.
Flag captured. Victory imminent. Flag captured. Game over.
All right, that was that. This will be the last game. Assassin on Rack and Ruin, a classic game that was, I believe this map was requested by Myth World Cup champion MP Phil. The teams are Team Father Xmas with Glassjaw, Meerkat, Toonsinator, and YOLO versus Spy, Overdose, MP, Bridgestone Tired, and Walter White. A nice 5-on-5 game to close out the day. And again, this was a higher turnout than expected, so I would like to I'd like to thank everybody who showed up in making this tournament possible. I guess there are way more casual players than out there than I thought, and it's good that you know, we're able to get some fun games in a more relaxed atmosphere, and yeah, you know, games on Saturday, games on Sunday. You know, 4 weeks of just casual Myth, no stress, even if you know, you don't know how to unit trade, you don't know how to detach units or whatever, all is forgiven. Making boneheaded decisions can just be laughed away, and nothing is too serious here. Anyway, looking at these, well, let's fast forward. Okay, so we see spy with some spiders. Yeah, I mean, it's a typical split. One thing that's really fun about this game is that the whites are very sinkable, especially in some of these thin choke point type areas.
Game on.
And it really allows some fun to happen, because I would say that a good white is probably one of the more satisfying, if not the most satisfying thing in Myth. I don't care how experienced you are, how new you are, a good white is just good for the soul. So right off the bat we have Walter White with some spiders, probably going for this statue here. It doesn't seem like there are any spiders rushing to defend that, and there does seem to be the Stygian Knights. They will be there in time to protect this Zerk. So right off the bat it should be 1-0 in favor of Team Spy. We have Overdose with a Warlock and some Stygian Knights trying to hold down the middle, no doubt. There should be some Soulless backing him up, but instead Bridgestone is opting to defend this statue with his Soulless, which is kind of a questionable decision. Overdose now is going to get pushed off. Oh, he had that. Walter White had that, but he decided to run away. That's infuriating. However, Walter White's spiders were able to kill this target. So, or actually kill 2 targets. So now Team Spy has a major advantage, but I don't know why he retreated with those. He had that fight won. Overdose is gonna have to run away against these fetch. Or I guess he's rushing. Overdose is just going for it, I guess. He's able to kill Toonsonator's Stygian Knights, but he still has to back up because of the fetch. The best thing to do would be to pop one of these whites. Now Bridgestone is making an appearance. Still not much going on over here or over here. It's all this area. Bridgestone doing some damage with his Soulless. His Soulless really should have been up here since the get-go. I don't know what he was doing. But he's definitely making his presence felt. Killing two out of the 3 fetch. This white needs to be popped. Spy, pop the white. Nah, maybe he's too far away now. Bridgestone needs to watch out. Yeah, Spy absolutely should have popped that white. I think Spy really needs to apologize to Bridgestone. There appears to be kind of a stalemate here, but the red team is down 0-2, so the Team Spy doesn't really need to be that aggressive at this point. Bridgestone needs to get his Solus on this hill right here. Now we're starting to see some offense from Team Spy. Spy himself actually entering the game, I think. Been pretty silent for most of the game so far. Who is this? MP is getting surrounded by these spiders. I'm not sure if he has the wherewithal to defend himself. And it looks like these spiders are going to get in there. This is a Myth World Champion, everybody. Fire ringing, doing 0 damage. Getting blasted by the enemy Warlock. That is what you can expect from a Myth World Cup champion, 2022 edition. We have a white doing some damage to the Stygian Knights.
5 minutes remaining.
Overdose is gonna go to town on these ghasts, no doubt. Their numbers are deceiving. The reality is they're pretty weak units. And you can see they're just getting chopped like some nasty ass grass. Walter White going to be able to get this? He should just kill this ghast. There he goes. Ooh, a ghast can actually paralyze the spider. I didn't know that was possible. But nice work there from Walter White. So Spy's team is now taking a 3-0 lead with about 4 minutes to go. Overdose pointing out that they could all D. Considering Team Spy is up by only 2%, it might be a good decision. Bridgestone needs to fire. I don't know what he was targeting. I have no idea what Bridgestone is doing. He's not in any imminent danger. Maybe he was just cruising around, not trying to harm anybody. Meanwhile, Team Father Xmas is able to kill 2 targets. However, it's going to be tough for them to kill the north and the south targets because they're somewhat heavily defended. Spy, is he really going to waste a white on this? Absolutely. And at this point, I think Father Xmas's units are just too concentrated on this flag, and I don't think they can get to either this target or this target in 2 minutes. I'll remind you that in order for Team Xmas to win this game, they actually need to kill both of these targets, not just one of them. Yeah, at this point, there's only 1 minute left. I don't think
1 minute
Team Father
remaining.
Xmas can make it across in 1 minute and kill both targets, so this game is pretty much over.
Seconds remaining.
We see Spy acting like a fool. Gonna get his fetch killed. But it doesn't matter because Team Spy
Game
is going to take
over.
this game. So nice damage from Toonsinator, 62 damage. You know, Team Father Xmas actually got more damage than Team Spy, but you know, Walter White with some nifty spider action was able to steal 2 assassin targets pretty quickly, which really kind of put pressure on Father Xmas to be overly aggressive, which is pretty contrary to his style, and I think that allowed Team Spy to take advantage of that. But anyway, that is that. Yep, so that was all 10 games. Let me just quickly show you guys what the scoring looked like. So this is the scorecard for week 1 Sunday. Again, we see Walter White leading the way. Father Xmas, very high scores. Glassjaw, who again, I don't know who Glassjaw is, but he's proving himself to be quite a force in this tournament. Overdose Wings, no real surprise that they're sort of close to the top of the leaderboard, and then everybody else. So yeah, I think this was a pretty solid day of mything, and I will show you now the week 1 results. Again, these were the results from yesterday's, or sorry, I guess the last video. This is today's results, and I'm taking the best score and I'm adding anywhere between 7 and 10 extra lives to arrive at a final score ranging from 17 to 10. And with that, Father Xmas is leading the field so far with 17 lives, On his heels are Walter White, Overdose, and Glassjaw. Selah and Wings also in the hunt. And, everybody has at least 10 lives at this point. So it's anybody's tournament. As a reminder, the next video will be week 2 Saturday, where players will start to lose lives. And the last one standing is going to be the winner. Just a preview. So if it's a 7 to 8 start free-for-all game, the top 3 are safe. Everyone else loses a lot of life. On a 5 or 6 start, the top 2 are safe. A 3 or 4 start, only the winner is safe. And then, of course, for a 2-team game, the winners are safe, and then the other team loses a life. So that will be the format moving forward. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next time.